Full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At their 49-yard line.
Now Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A good gain on 1st has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Tabu will look to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Tamu. He's got Mason complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's a give to Mixon. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. For one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Tamu. And this is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tamu. Airing one out for Boyd. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence. They'll get this off to ETN. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on the...
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, on his Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets this to the former Aztec, Kahale Waring. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8 to Amu. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters, and how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A short kick taken at the 18. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. DeJuan Smoot there to bring him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a carry for Pirine. Pushes him over. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
P. Ryan again on second down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. He'll drop to throw. Again, he'll target Boyd, this time successful. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
For the field goal of 37-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Lawrence rolling to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
DeJuan Smoot with a tackle. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw here. Dumps it off to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. He'll look to throw.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The kick by Lambeau is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a give to Etienne. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Taking it right down Broadway, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Samaje Perine, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver,
and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Back to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tabu will look to pass.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ta'amu. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Lawrence to Chark, 1st down, Jacksonville. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. And they'll run with ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Jaguars 10. Josh Lambeau looking on for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ta'amu. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Third and 4.
Now Tamu. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back. Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it, that despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road, and boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Jaguars 17. Josh Lambo, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Tamu. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Looking to throw on second down. Ta'amu, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've clawed their way back into this game. First half, they were down pretty big. Now, all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. How have they done it?
First thing is what you just talked about, clawing their way back in. That means they've decided to go ahead and fight this thing out, which is great. The second part is they looked at where the problems were in the first half, figured out how to shore them up, and have now gone to that part of the playbook that is actually working for them. A few adjustments, a few changes, and really good execution.
Now we'll see if that trend can continue. Now Lawrence to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Now Lawrence. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And this one is incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he is going to have a very nice first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. On first down, Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Play action. It's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Larry Ogunjobi, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
72 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Brandon Wilson to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Second and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
59 Mike, check, 59.
On 2nd and 9, Ta'amu over the middle. He finds Higgins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, watch the right.
Ta'amu will look to pass. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Evan McPherson for the field goal of 43-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now ETN to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 96 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of him.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Ta'amu. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Mike 14. Not today, you are. Not today. 14's the Mike. 14's the Mike. Tackle. Tackle. Mike 14.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 66-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
30 base. Christian, Travis. Hey, high 7. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 21 yards there on 3rd down. They'll run on first down. Nixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now Tabu. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Tabu. He's got Mason complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
87 yards rushing for him now on 25 carries.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind it.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jordan Tabu with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
They go play action with Lawrence.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll drop the throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Agnew now to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on.
And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right?